Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to the Twin Flame weekend reading. We're going to look into divine feminine and divine masculine energies, what you need to know at this point on your journey, where you're at, what is important for you. I've pulled 2 cards each from the Law of Attraction deck and those beautiful clarifiers from the archetype cards. Good, let's get right into it. So the divine feminine, what is important for the divine feminine right now? We've got this card. My appreciation of it attracts its essence to me. We see this little dove in the middle of this nature with a lot of flowers. So it could be in the middle of summer, some spring, summer energy here. And here we have 2 people in a balloon. So that's nice to have the two of you in the balloon. And it says, my every relationship can now feel better. That's very beautiful. So if you've seen yesterday's little reading, then you might have seen the swan and this theme of rising, right? I have to gain a broader perspective. So clearly the divine feminine is about to gain a broader perspective. And there is this beautiful togetherness and the balance of divine feminine and divine masculine energies, right? And this also, the dove, a white dove, always indicates peace. So this means that you are about to find this inner peace and this inner balance. It's a very balanced picture, and look how the cards match, right? So you are not like torn. So you're really balanced, and it's beautiful to see that. But there is something to say where you can work on some things, of course, because you have Father here. With the clarifiers, you have first of all angel, and I read the light and shadow attribute. Light attribute, helping those in need with no expectation of return. And shadow attributes, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. Yeah, those are. This is this angel. So I feel you are in touch with your angelic guidance. You have guidance from the divine and from your guide team, and you're also connected to your higher self. And there is, as I already mentioned, with this balance that you achieve, your mission comes forward. And whatever your mission is, whatever your gifts are, right, this can be very different. But for sure, one thing that we have all in common is to spread unconditional love, right? To learn about unconditional love and to teach others about unconditional love, not only by being a teacher, but by being an example, right? That's how we do it. We don't want to persuade anyone. We just want to teach by being an example and moving forward and showing like what it is like to continuously choose love. Because this doesn't mean that we are angels. We're human beings. We are making mistakes, but the thing is, how are we going about those things? How are we dealing with those things? And how are we also accepting and loving ourselves? Are in peace with ourselves, right? Have balanced divine feminine and divine masculine energy. But there is a but, because we have the clarifier here, the Father. And I didn't read that to you, sorry. Didn't read that to you. So the light attributes of the Father: talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light within a tribal unit. And shadow attributes: dictatorial control, abuse of authority. Yeah, but what it might very well be that you have to deal with with those things in relation, for example, to a father, to an abusive father figure in your life. But what I'm getting is that, which is usual, very common on the journey, that the divine feminine very often is more in her masculine energy than in her feminine. So what does this mean? She is more like, she has a talent for creating and supporting life, and very much like this masculine kind of energy is going out into the world and creating and achieving things. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Because we always hold both energies, but it's more that the feminine side is closed. So the feminine side of receiving, she has closed off herself from receiving. And if you know me, you also know that I'm only ever talking about divine feminine and masculine energies. Not about, this can very well be a man here, right? Just holding the female energy, because there are also same-sex couples, but one of them would hold the female energy and one the male energy, right? So it's about female and male energy, feminine, masculine. Yeah, and this is something very important on the twin flame path, that we need to open up to receiving. And this is where the divine masculine, let's jump a little bit for a second over to the divine masculine. The divine masculine is able to receive, but he cannot give, right? It's the opposite. Holding the divine masculine energy, this would be what he has to do, and also what the divine feminine expects, right? For him to give to her, right? Which she's always like waiting and waiting, and where I can feel it, but he doesn't give it to me, right? Doesn't come forward. Yeah, but those are two sides of the same coin, right? We have to open up to receive it, to receive those gifts, and then he feels like giving to us, right? And here this is a very, it's actually a beautiful kind of feminine energy. We have the prostitute here, right? I'm coming to this side in a minute, but what I'm getting from we have goddess for divine masculine and prostitute, both feminine energies, right? So he is, of course, it can be distorted, can be wounded aspects of his internal feminine energy. But what I'm getting from this is that he is receiving, and it doesn't matter to him who is giving something to him. He can receive from anyone. So he is not putting a condition on that, and that's where we are very irritated, right? Because we see the divine masculine like receiving from many people in his life, sometimes even lovers, and we are unhappy about this. We don't want him to receive from everyone. We want him to receive only from us. So we are very conditional usually, but of course for him this is not balanced as well. Yeah. So we go to this side in a minute. So just for you to understand that the divine feminine, this is better. The divine feminine has to balance male and female energies more fully, right? In order to to open up to receiving with the goddess, right? We would have to switch this, right? The father should be here and the goddess should be here. So there is some more work to do, and usually it has to do with opening up, also with work on the energy system. Various things are stuck. Maybe when it comes to connecting to the divine, because our connection with the divine is everything, right? Everything that we receive this from the divine. And the divine masculine knows this, right? Let's jump to the divine masculine and look at the cards. I feel this is very intertwined today, because also you see that here looks very balanced as well. The divine feminine is with her twin flame in this little basket with the balloon and rising above the world and looking down, and it's as if she's looking down on that tree, right, on that landscape, rising above and watching that. And here the divine masculine is like, this is involving his tree here is involving this landscape and the sky, everything, the whole experience of the divine feminine, with the sky and the world below. It's everything here in his tree of life, right? Yeah, let's have a closer look at this card maybe. Because here we have a little figure. Let me see. What is that? I cannot quite see what that is. Doesn't seem to be a man, more like a little hut or something. I don't know what that is. But clearly you see that this is, again, like two sides of the coin, like the very grounded energy from this card with the tree and the roots, and then here we have like the divine feminine rising up into the sky. And in fact also here this rooted, grounded energy is more the divine mother energy, in fact, and rising above into the sky and connecting to the higher realms is more like a divine father energy. So this is not, it's balanced, but not in the way that you can connect, because it's a little bit like, with magnets. If you have like the wrong poles, then it would repel, they would repel. And that's the same with divine feminine and divine masculine energy. When it's pointing in the wrong direction, then it's repelling. So it would have to turn around in order to attract. And then nothing can stop them from attracting. That's just law, right? Just the same as it is with magnets. So you see, in this reading, it's all about divine feminine and divine masculine energy and connecting to the divine. Yeah. Yeah. Let's have a look at this card for the divine masculine. It says, action inspired from aligned thoughts is joyful action. But together with the prostitute, I can see that this is not divine joy, but this is just like distraction. Divine masculine seems to distract himself, and he's like focusing very much on material things. And this is, his receiving talent that he is receiving from all kinds of people and in all kinds of ways. And very often it is also material things, and he is focused on material things very much, but this is because of his own inner wounded child, right? his wound is, he tries to cope by taking what he can, actually. But in this way, he has also opened up to the world and a kind of unconditional love, because he's not judging. He's judging, he's judging, but in a way, he's also very non-judgmental, right? He appreciates what people are giving to him. He's also taking it, and he doesn't differentiate very much with all those trees. They are all the same size, more or less, right? Everything looks a little bit the same to him, and there is no divine feminine like standing out, you know. Somewhere in this landscape here, under the trees, there is this little dove, the divine feminine, and the divine masculine is going round in circles and is like making all kinds of experiences, but no experience really stands out to him. But the divine feminine would make a difference in his life, right? Once that those energy attract each other, then he would suddenly like stop and see her in this beautiful landscape. She is already there, under the tree or in the tree, flying around, right? And divine masculine for the moment is still going round in circles, is still focusing on is distracting himself, basically. He knows somehow that well-being is a key, and so he is maybe overindulging, right? But clearly like also looking for well-being. And being very much in this goddess energy, but missing out on his masculinity, right? On his divine masculine energy. So the goddess, it says, light attribute, the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. And shadow attribute, exploitation of the female nature and form. I don't feel that the shadow attribute applies, but the light attribute, so our divine masculines, I don't know if you have observed this, if this is true for you, but I would assume it is. They are very much in their feminine energy. They're very sensitive males, right? That's what is very attractive to us as well. They are very much in their divine feminine energy, and they would need to step up to this quality of being a guiding light within a tribal unit, because they are leaders, right? And for some reason, well, there is always a broader issue, broader reason also to it, because lifetime after lifetime, the divine masculine has taken on that role of leading and of showing the way, of protecting, and this he doesn't want to be in this anymore. You know, this kind of warrior quality where he was exploited by society, sent out into wars or whatever. So he doesn't want this anymore. He says no to that. But he is like then closing his masculinity off, and that's of course this is not healthy. This is not balanced, right? We have to find a new way. We have to heal those old wounds collectively. We have to make peace with all of that. And this also means that we have to end our internal war, right? Our internal struggles. And that's how we heal the world. As I always say, you connect to the divine, you heal your own stuff, and then you watch out for the things that are mirrored to you in your everyday life. And same for the divine masculine, right? This will not take him anywhere, right? This will not fulfill him to always only focus on material things, or on material girls as well. So it might be very well that he prefers to be in a relationship with someone who is wealthy, right? Who can provide for all the things that he wants to experience. He is clearly like indulging, right? As I said, and maybe overindulging, but maybe also not, right? Might be just also a really balanced way of enjoying life. And this would be a role model for the divine feminine to also go into this direction, right? So sometimes we are teachers. Here the divine feminine is teaching the divine masculine how to move forward in life, how to take on projects, how to take on responsibilities. And here the divine feminine is role modeling for, the divine masculine is role modeling for the divine feminine in relation to this goddess energy, in relation to enjoying life, in relation to grounding. Yeah, so you are teachers to each other. Yeah, there's a lot in this reading, a lot. I always miss out on some aspects, and then later I think, oh, I should have said this, I should have said that. But yeah, that's how it is. Those are the messages for today. I wish you a really beautiful weekend, and I see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.